hexadecimal number BC and DE, write the status of flag registers. So this is the questions. You have to tell that what is the flag register's value after performing the addition of two numbers BC and DE. So you have to solve fast and you have to reply it. It means that what is in this question it is asking, you have to find out the value of S, Z, AC, T, CY. Okay, so you have to find out the value of these 5 parameters and you have to tell them. So you have to tell the answer. So number is BC and DE. So first you add these two numbers and tell me the value. What is the result of addition of these two numbers? Do fast.
ऑफ मत करना जाओ
सर 19A
19A. So after adding you are getting 19A. So the question is you have to add BC and DE. You are getting answer 19A. Anyone having different answers from that? But you can see that BC is of 8-bit numbers and DE is also 8-bit number. So if you will add, you can get only 8-bit numbers. So this one is comes like a carry. So you are getting the answer like 9A. Okay. So we are not talking about the 1. I am talking about the 9A. 1 represents the carry. So now you do one thing. 9A you can convert in the binary form. This is the hexadecimal number, so you have to convert it into binary. So you have to convert only 9A, not 19A. Remember that. One answer I am getting 1001 1010. All are having same answer. Okay. So now all of you know that what is the flag. You have to remember the positions of the flags. Please be careful. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So in this place, sign flag is there. In this place, 0 flag is there. In this place, don't care condition is there. Here, auxiliary carry. Here, don't care. parity, don't care, carry. Now first you have to write the value. What is the value of S, either 0 or 1? What is the value of Z, either 0 or 1? What is the value of auxiliary carry, either 0 or 1? So in this way you have to write down the value of all 5 parameters. Okay. So now you have to tell the answer, what is the value of S? What is the value of sign flag?
Zero.
Why?
सर क्योंकि जब साइन आपने नेगेटिव बताया था ना, जब नेगेटिव होता है तो 1 होता है और जब पॉजिटिव तो 0.
So how can you decide that it is negative or positive? Listen. This number indicates that either it is positive or negative. Okay. In case of positive, it is 0. In case of negative, it is
1.
1. So now what you will do, you have to write, you can see, you can check this number. Okay. This number, you can check the MSB bit of this. What is the MSB bit? MSB bit is showing 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if it is 1, MSB bit is showing 1. It means that this number is already negative when I am talking about the 7 bit. Let us consider if you are talking about the sign numbers. For sign numbers, what will happen? Only 7 bit is considered for the value and 1 bit is considered for the positive or negative. So if this is 1, so this number is negative. So the sign flag is set. So in this case, the sign flag will be 1.
Sir, negative.
Understand how?
बता दो.
Yeah. See that if I am taking about the sign number, when you are talking 8-bit sign number, it means that your magnitude is only up to the 7 bits, not 8 bits. 8 bits only indicates that either this number is positive or this number is negative. So after addition, I am getting this result, correct? So this result automatically showing that if it is 1, okay, so this number will be negative. If in the place of 1, let us consider here, if you are getting answer 8A, okay, so in this case this number is called positive. अगर ऐसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो आप फिर सिंपल से
आ गया
सोचो,
सर.
अगर मान लो, ठीक है, गॉट इट?
Yes,
किसी को
sir.
कंफ्यूजन सर? If anyone have confusions, please tell.
दोबारा बता दीजिए एक बार.
हैं?
नहीं समझ आया सर, नहीं समझ आया.
See that हम क्या कर रहे हैं, 2 नंबर को ऐड कर रहे हैं, 2 नंबर को ऐड कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन दोनों नंबर कितने बिट का है? 8 बिट का है. ये ध्यान देना, अगर हम 8 बिट का नंबर को ऐड कर रहे हैं तो एडिशन के बाद जो मेरा आउटपुट आएगा, ठीक है, उस आउटपुट को हम क्या कहेंगे, उस आउटपुट को हम कैसे चेक करेंगे कि आइदर ये आउटपुट पॉजिटिव है या नेगेटिव है. ठीक है, तो अगर मान लो कि हमने 8 बिट नंबर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो जब भी हम साइन बिट चेक करेंगे, ठीक है, तो साइन बिट में 8 बिट कंसीडर नहीं करेंगे, वी आर कंसीडरिंग ओनली 7 बिट. 7 bit is the magnitude and one most significant bit is called sign bit, either positive or negative. So in this case, if MSB bit is 1, then you can tell that sign flag is set. Since up to this 7, this is the magnitude and this is the reflection as a positive or negative value. Okay, otherwise if you are not able to understand like that, then you can remember blindly, if the MSB bit is 1, then you can put S equal to 1, otherwise you can put S equal to 0. Okay? Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So both way you can do that, no problem. So now I am talking about the
सर मतलब ये 8
next
से
one
लेकर
is, हाँ,
सर मतलब 8 से लेकर 15 तक ये नेगेटिव ही हमेशा रहेगा फिर तो 9 से, हाँ 8 से लेकर 15 तक।
हाँ कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्या दिक्कत है? निगेटिव तभी आ रहा है ना जब ये कैरी जनरेट करेगा, जब कैरी जनरेट करेगा तो नहीं आएगा, टेंशन मत लो।
हाँ
ठीक है? Yes. So now we will talk about the Z flag, means zero flag. So what is the definition of zero flag? Zero flag is set when the result will be 0. So you know the result will be, you are getting the result 9A. So this is a non-zero quantity. If this is non-zero quantity, it means that what is the Z value? 0. Correct? When Z equal to 1, if Z equal to 1, then the output should be 0. अगर रिजल्ट 0 आता है तभी Z की वैल्यू 1 होगी, अदरवाइज इन ऑल द केसेस Z इक्वल टू 0. ठीक है? नाउ कम टू द auxiliary carry part. So what is the auxiliary carry? If you are adding two numbers, so if you are getting the carry from the first nibble, or you can say the list nibbles. So you can see that when you are adding C and E, you are getting a carry, correct? So that's why if you are getting the carry, so this value will be 1. Let us consider if the another examples are there. If it is B2 and C3. So in this case, if I am adding these two numbers, you are getting 3 plus 2, 5. So we are not getting the carry here. So in these examples, the AC value will be 0. Okay. So you can see that if lower nibbles creating a carry or producing a carry, then auxiliary carry will be set, otherwise it is in reset condition. Okay, so in this case the auxiliary carry will be set. Now comes to the parity bit. So what is the value of parity bit? P equal to what? Either 1 or 0. Tell me. What is the value of P? Parity flag will set or reset conditions.
So 1 होगा 1.
1. So parity bit equal to 1. Why?
even number.
Whatever the result is
Sir,
there,
even number of ones,
what is the
sir.
result is there, you have to count the number of ones. If it is even, then parity bit will be set, otherwise in reset conditions. So in this case we are getting the 4 ones, so this is even number, so I am writing P equal to 1. So now what about carry, CY, carry flag? So after addition you are getting the carry, one is getting carry, correct? So this result is creating the carry, so carry bit will be set. Since it's producing the carry in the MSA bit.
Sir,
So what will happen?
बताइएगा सर.
Okay. First listen. बताएंगे. Okay. So what will happen if you are adding these two numbers? The 9A will be stored. Okay. But 1 is goes in the carry bit. That's why these two combine. After combination of carry bit and result, it will gives the processor to the correct result. Otherwise, always you are getting the wrong result. Okay. So this one will be saved in the carry bit. Okay. Where you have a doubt?
सर डोंट केयर क्यों रखते हैं वैसे?
Don't care.
हाँ, फ्लैग रजिस्टर में डोंट केयर क्यों रखते हैं?
फ्लैग रजिस्टर्स में डोंट केयर इसलिए रखते हैं कि these 3 bits will be not used by the vendors. कंपनी ये 3 बिट का यूज नहीं कर रहा. ठीक है, ये ऑलरेडी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड है, इसका कोई स्पेसिफिक रीजन नहीं है. ठीक है, क्योंकि फ्लैग्स 5 ही होते हैं, तो एनी हाउ यू हैव टू वैकेट दीज 3 बिट्स. इसीलिए हम क्या करते हैं, 8 बिट में से ओनली 5 बिट्स का यूज करते हैं. Okay, someone is asking for auxiliary carry. So now you can see that how auxiliary carry will be set or reset. If you are adding these two numbers, what will happen? One is called lower nibble and another is called higher nibble. So nibble means 4 bit. Okay, so see that.
सर आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही है. सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए फिर लगता है.
हेलो,
यस सर आ रही है. स्क्रीन शेयर कर दो सर.
ठीक है, आ रही है.
यस सर.
ओके,
Yes, sir.
स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रही सर. आ गई सर.
इसलिए नहीं हो रही है. ठीक है, तो क्या होता था ऑक्सिलरी कैरी फ्लैग में हम क्या करते हैं, जब 2 बिट एलएसबी अगर हम ऐड करते हैं और इससे अगर कैरी जनरेट होता है, तब क्या होता है, ऑक्सिलरी कैरी फ्लैग सेट होता है. ठीक है, अगर मान लो जैसे दूसरा एग्जांपल मैंने लिखा है B2 और C3, अगर ये दोनों को हम ऐड करते हैं, तो 2 और 3 हम ऐड करते हैं तो क्या होगा, 5. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, कैरी जनरेट नहीं हो रहा है, तो इस कंडीशन में क्या होगा, AC इक्वल टू 0. Okay, so what is the value after facing this? S equal to 1, Z equal to 0, X don't care conditions, you always consider 0. Okay, so AC equal to 1, X equal to 0, P equal to 1, X equal to 0, CY equal to 1. So what is the value? If you are converting in hexadecimal, this is called 9 and this is called 4 plus 1, 5. So the flag resistance value will be 95H. So in this way you are going to calculate the flag register value. Okay. You have any doubt? No. So we'll move further. हेलो, आवाज जा रहा है?
हाँ सर, आ रहा है सर।
Okay. So now the next unit is interrupt control unit. I already talked about the interrupts. Interrupts is like a disturbance. Okay. So if the processor is doing some work, between that, if you want to do some other task, for that purpose, we are using the interrupts. Okay. So this interrupt is a type of signal which is sent by the any external devices or internal devices. If you are using external devices, then it is called external interrupt. If it is using internal devices, then it is called internal interrupts. Okay. So what is the basic benefit of using interrupts? So if interrupt is not there, then what will happen? The processor will जो प्रोसेसर काम करता रहेगा वो क्या करेगा, जब तक वो काम फिनिश नहीं करेगा वो दूसरा काम नहीं कर सकता. ठीक है. तो इस केस में हम क्या करते हैं कि हम इंटरप्ट्स का यूज करके, अगर मान लो कि प्रोसेसर कोई टास्क कर रहा है और उसके बीच में हम चाहते हैं कि कोई दूसरा टास्क करे, एट दैट टाइम हम क्या करते हैं कि यूजिंग इंटरप्ट वी आर सेंडिंग द कमांड so that he will interrupt the current execution task and he will do the current task. So now what will happen? In the case of 8085, there are 5 hardware interrupts and 8 software interrupts are available. Okay. So 5, what is the hardware interrupts and what is the software interrupts? The software interrupts are interrupts which is used by the programs, with the help of programs. Like if you are writing a program, between that you are telling that after executing this one portions, you have to hold that for some time and you have to execute other tasks. So for that purpose, hardware software interrupt will be used. So now, when you are talking about the hardware and software parts, so you see that there are 5 hardware interrupts are available in 8085. That is called trap. It is also called as RST 4.5, RST 7.5, RST 6.5, RST 5.5 and INTR. Okay, so these 5 interrupts are there. Now in these interrupts, these 5 interrupts, are trap interrupt is there, that is non-maskable interrupts. You can't do anything in this interrupt. Okay, this interrupt is always active. Whenever the system is running, this interrupt is always active. You can't disable trap interrupt since it is non-maskable interrupt. Okay. Rest of 4 interrupts are you can modify, you can change, no problem in that. Okay. Same way, there are 8 software interrupts, that is called RST0, RST1, RST2, RST3, RST4, RST5, RST6, RST7. RST indicates is restart, not reset. Always remember. RST for restart, not reset. So what is the meaning of restart? So what is the meaning of restart? The restart is, now you can think that, what is the meaning of restart?
सर दोबारा चालू करना.
ओके, अगर मान लो कि हमने सिस्टम को दोबारा स्टार्ट करते हैं तो सिस्टम करता क्या है?
फिर से बूटिंग होता है.
फिर से बूटिंग होता है. कहां से बूटिंग होता है? कहां से बूटिंग होता है?
सर
इनिशियल
Rome से।
इनिशियल स्टेज से।
शुरू से स्टार्टिंग से
हाँ, initial stage से. Okay, so it's meaning that whenever any interrupts will occur, what will happen in the 8085, one program counter is there, correct? प्रोग्राम काउंटर क्या करता है, इसी में इंस्ट्रक्शंस का एड्रेस होता है जो कि नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होने वाला होता है, ठीक है? तो जैसे ही इंटरप्ट अगर आएगा, ठीक है, तो आरएसटी अगर आता है तो ये रीस्टार्ट होता है. तो रीस्टार्ट कहां से होगा? ऑलवेज 0 से, ठीक है? जब हम रीस्टार्ट करते हैं सिस्टम, तब क्या होता है, प्रोग्राम काउंटर्स की वैल्यू 0 जाती है और वो 0 से प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट करना स्टार्ट करता है. लेकिन ये कब होगा? जब हम बात करेंगे रीसेट की, ठीक है, रीसेट की. तो रीसेट हम जब करते हैं तो सिस्टम 0 से स्टार्ट होता है. लेकिन अगर हम रीस्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब हमने लोकेशंस फेड कर रहे हैं कि कहां से रीस्टार्ट करनी है. ओके, फॉर दैट पर्पस सी दैट देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ इंटरप्ट्स, vector interrupts, non-vector interrupts. I will discuss later in the second unit. Topic is there 8085 interrupts. Okay, so what will happen? The vector address, vector interrupts और non-vector interrupts. तो जो वेक्टर इंटरप्ट होता है उसकी एक एड्रेस होती है, एक लोकेशन होती है. जैसे मान लो ये तुम्हारा RST3 है, तो ये बता रहा है क्या, अगर RST3 है तो ये क्या बता रहा है कि तुम्हें रीस्टार्ट करना है. कहां से? 3 से. हमें 3 से रीस्टार्ट करनी है. इफ यू आर यूजिंग RST4, इट मीन्स दैट यू आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 4. सो if you are starting from 4, so what is the meaning? From which location it will start? So for vector interrupts, we are going to find the vector address. So every interrupts having a some specified address. So if the RST3 will occur, then corresponding to this RST3 vector address, from that address the processor will executing the programs. Okay, so now the question is, how can you find out the vector address? Okay, so vector address find करने का तरीका क्या है कि जो हमारा RST3 है तो इसको हम बोलते हैं नंबर्स, ठीक है? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 नंबर्स. जैसे 4.5 7.5 6.5 5.5, दिस इज ए नंबर. ओके, सो हम क्या करते हैं, नंबर्स को 8 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. नंबर को 8 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, यू कैन गेट द लोकेशन ऑफ दैट पार्टिकुलर interrupts. Okay, now let us consider, I am thinking about RST3. When RST3 applied, what will happen? Corresponding to the RST3 vector address, the program counter will go there. So what is the address? So what is the number? Number is 3. You have to multiply by 8. You are getting 24. So this is the decimal number. Remember that. So this 24 is decimal number. Correspondingly, you have to convert in hexadecimal. That is the vector address of the corresponding interrupts. Same way you can able to find the all. Okay, so whenever I will discuss in the interrupt section, I will tell you rest of the story. So the next is how microprocessor initiate any operation. प्रोसेसर को कैसे पता चलता है कि हमें ये काम करना है, कैसे करता है वो, ठीक है? सो फर्स्ट विल, now there are 4 different types of operations are available which microprocessor itself starts. So microprocessor ये 4 टास्क करता है, इस 4 टास्क के अलावा उसे कुछ नहीं आता. He doesn't know anything except these 4. So first what is memory read, second is memory write, third one is input output read, and fourth one is input output write. See that in the system or in the processor, what will do? Either he will write or he will read. There are two operations. It is either reading or writing. So reading means you can check the data from memory. Writing means you can store the data to memory. Whenever we are talking about writing, it means that we are storing data somewhere in the memory. Okay. So now let us consider you are giving the task to processor. You have to add 2 plus 3. So how he will do? So first, for adding these two numbers, first he will get these two numbers. 2 plus 3 is written in the memory location. So first he will retrieve the data 2 and then retrieve the data 3, then it will add. So in this case, first processor will read this location, again processor will read this location, again will, with the help of these instructions, it will execute the process 2 plus 3, that is 5. After you are getting the 5, this 5 is stored somewhere. At that time, the processor will write this 5 into the memory location. Okay. So same way, this is for memory and these two are used for the input-output device. Let us consider any input device is there. Okay. So from input device, we can take the data from the device to the processor. And for the output device, we are sending the data to the processor, from the processor to the device. Okay. So these 4 types of operation will be happened whenever microprocessor is doing any task. Now you can see that the communication process between the processor and peripheral devices consists of the following 3 steps. Let us consider if you are adding a printer to the system. Okay. So what actions will be doing by the processor? So these 3 tasks will be doing. First, if you are adding the devices, then first you will find what is the address of that particular location. Let us consider printer is there. If you are adding with the help of USB, with the USB you are sending the data and that is called address for the printer. Then you can able to set up the printer in the system. When you set up the printer in the systems, it means that you are identifying that address of the output devices. So first thing is identify the address. Second thing is transfer the binary information. Always you can transfer the data in a binary form. Always remember that. Okay. And third one is provide the right timing signals. So with the help of these 3 steps, you can communicate between the processor and other peripheral devices. So next is the pins and signals. When we are talking about the 8085, this is 8085 ICs. Okay. So there are total 40 pins are there. Each individual pins have is used for a different purpose. Okay. So you have to understand the meanings of all different pins, which pin will be used for which purposes. Okay. So there are 40 pins. Literally you can understand that this X1 and X2 pins is used for the providing the clocks, yani providing the frequency. So in any processor and controllers, we are generating the frequency with the help of oscillator. So which type of oscillator will be used? So crystal oscillator will be used for the generating the frequencies. Okay. Next is reset out. If you want to reset some devices with the help of processor, then you can use for the reset out. One is reset in is also there. See that reset in. With this pin, you can reset the 8085. Okay. So SOD and SID both are using for the transferring the data. One is output data, another is input data. This is interrupts. I will discuss in detail. Okay. This is the interrupt acknowledgement. If you are giving the interrupt to the processor, then how do you know that the processor will interrupted or not? With the help of INT signals, the processor will give you the feedback. I received the interrupts and I am doing the task. Now from AD now to 87, there is 8 bit lines, data lines and address lines. Okay. These 2 lines are used for these 8 bits are used for the data also and address also. But in these 8 lines, it is used for only address. So this is the ground, always you know. This is the VCC. Okay. This is used for the clock in, X1 and X2 used for clock in, and pin number 37 is a clock out. Input output M bar, if you are transferring the data, you are transferring from memory or input output devices, this will select by this. This is not VPP, sorry, this is ALE signals. Okay. The ALE signals is used for demultiplex of address and data bus. See that AD0 to AD7, I am using these pins are used for the address also and data also. So when it work as an address and when pin work as a data, this will depend upon the ALE signals. Okay. So this is the S0 and S1 is called status signals, and read and write both are for either reading or writing. See that in this pins, 2 types of pins are there. Sorry, 3 types of pins are there. One is bidirectional. See that, bidirectional. One is outward, another is inward. So inward means you are giving information to the processor. Outward means the processor will give the commands to the other devices, and both bidirectional means either this pin will get the data from other device or you can send the data from this device. Okay. So details we will discuss in the next class. So I'm not getting the time. If you have any doubt, you can tell. If you have any doubt, you can tell. No?
Okay.